Hello, and welcome to 12-Minute Meditation, a weekly podcast from Mindful that offers mindfulness meditations backed by neuroscience. Research shows that just 12 minutes of meditation a day can yield benefits like increased attention, focus, creativity, calm, resilience, and compassion. So on this podcast, we invite you to explore 12-minute guided meditations from today's leading mindfulness experts. I'm Siri Myram, editor at Mindful. Many of us are bearing witness daily to immense suffering all over the planet. We care about others and we want desperately to be of use. And seeing the horrors in images and videos and stories every day can be deeply dysregulating to our nervous systems. When we get overwhelmed by this vicarious trauma, we tend to shut down. We disconnect from ourselves and each other. We're so spun out in our anxiety, anger, or overwhelm that it can feel impossible to engage in any kind of mindfulness or meditation practice. This week, Shalini Bahl offers tender and practical guidance for how to pause, reconnect, and return to ourselves and our essential practice in times of intense internal and external upheaval. Shalini Bahl, PhD, is the award-winning author of Return to Mindfulness and founder of Sama Life, where she offers daily live micro-practices for real-world engagement. Through her teaching, writing, and TEDx talks, she focuses on building practical mindfulness skills that disrupt default patterns and restore clarity, integrity, and care. Ready to practice? Here's Shalini Bahl.
Welcome, and thank you for being here, for caring enough to practice despite the gazillion things you could be doing with your time. I'm Dr. Shalini Bahl, and I truly believe with all my heart the world needs people right now who can stay grounded while engaging with the suffering we're all witnessing with open hearts and minds. People who can act from wisdom rather than overwhelm. People who haven't lost themselves in the chaos. But we do lose ourselves, all of us, when we bear witness to crisis after crisis after crisis. Our nervous systems dysregulate. We lose contact with our wisdom, our intentions, our sense of what's actually ours to do. This practice helps us return. We'll move through 3 pathways to return home to ourselves. First, inner calm, where you return to clarity and agency. Then compassion, where we are going to reconnect with our humanity and others. And finally, curiosity, where you discover what's actually yours to do, what's possible for you to do. If you find one pathway calling to you more than others, feel free to linger there longer. Trust what you most need. So ready to begin? Let's come to a posture that feels supported, lying down or seated. Feeling the elongation along the back of your spine and neck. And rolling your shoulders up, back, and down. And when you feel ready, lowering or closing your eyes. And from this place of presence, let's begin by taking 3 intentional breaths together. So breathing in through the nose and exhaling slowly through the mouth. So if you like making that sighing sound as you exhale, breathing in. Once more. Now returning to your natural rhythm of the breath, moving naturally effortlessly. Inviting your mind to be here with your body, with your breath, and resting in your awareness of the direct sensations of breathing in the region of your heart. So just settling your attention in that one place in your body, in the region of your heart. As you breathe in, perhaps noticing the space that's created in your chest. And as you exhale, the relaxation, the letting go. Just for these few minutes, letting go of any rushing, any expectations or judgments. And if you like, placing one or both hands on your chest, especially on days where our minds are busy, we feel fragmented. Placing one or both hands on the chest can really relieve the nervous system. So sensing the warmth or coolness of your hands. And the rising and falling of your chest under your hands. Your hands making contact with your body. Sensing the beating heart. Giving your full care and attention to every inhale, to every exhale, and resting in the pauses in between. Noticing that space when your in-breath turns to an out-breath. And the slight pause before a new breath enters the body. From time to time, your mind may wander away, and that's natural. As soon as you notice that, with kindness, inviting your mind to return to this place of rest and awareness in your body, in the region of your heart. Connecting with your direct experience of breathing, just the way you are. And noticing if there's any striving here, letting go of any effort to even meditate. The breath moves itself, and your awareness simply is. All you're doing is returning to your awareness of this breath, moving effortlessly in and out of your body. Just for these few moments, allowing yourself to rest, to replenish yourself, to feel resourced. And once your mind and body feel stabilized, listening within to what you need. What would support you in feeling rested, resourced? What would care for yourself look like in this moment? Even something as simple as turning towards yourself with kindness, appreciating the goodness of your heart and mind. Taking this time to listen within. What do you need more of? More rest, more movement, connection. Let yourself be held by your own loving kindness. And from this innate capacity for goodness, for compassion, gently noting, who have you hardened against today? And you don't need to start with the hardest person, the one whose actions feel unforgivable. Start with someone easier. Maybe someone who said something online that rubbed you the wrong way. Maybe someone who doesn't understand or see you. Maybe a family member, a colleague, a stranger. Or maybe yourself. With kindness, simply noticing the hardness. No need to change it or fix it. Just feeling it. Where does it live in your body? In your chest or belly? Your throat? And breathing in to make space for it, to make space around it. Just recognizing this hardness, its protection. You've seen unbearable things. You've been hurt. The hardness makes sense. And it's also disconnection. Disconnection from our relational intelligence, from our capacity to see our shared humanity. And so, if it's helpful, gently inviting this question: what if you had grown up in their circumstances? What if you'd received the same information, the same upbringing, the same experiences? Who would you be? Can you soften just a little when you consider this? That we're all shaped by causes and conditions often beyond our control. You may not agree with them or even condone what they're doing. Can you consider saying, this person has suffered just like me? This person also wants to be happy just like me. Using your breath as an anchor to stay connected with yourself, with your good heart. Can you feel that invisible thread connecting you? You're both breathing the same air, drinking the same water, living on this one planet we all call home. And taking a few moments to listen within. What shifts when we touch this shared humanity? And from this place of connection with yourself and our shared humanity, let's explore what's important to you and what's possible. And what's yours to do. So, returning to our open awareness, of what is a moment to moment experience in this moment. What's here in this spacious, sky like quality of your mind and body. And asking yourself, what's most important to you in this moment, in this situation? Taking this time to reconnect with your deepest intentions and values. And inviting gentle curiosity as you listen within. What am I not seeing? What might be your body trying to tell you that your mind is missing? So without trying to find something special or seeking answers, just staying connected with your body, trusting your inner knowing as you consider the possibilities for actions you can take that are aligned with your intentions, with your unique gifts, with your values. And gently inviting these questions, again, not in a thinking way or striving or searching for answers, but just dropping the question in your mind and heart as you open to listening. What if there's something you haven't tried yet? Some approach you haven't considered or some alliance you haven't imagined. So opening your mind and heart to new possibilities. And even if you don't receive specific answers right now, just holding that question, being willing to love the unanswered question, and being willing to live the question. And from this place of open curiosity, willing to see what you've been missing, ask what's actually possible here. Not what you've always done, not what everyone is doing or telling you to do, but what is yours to do and what would actually help. If you need more clarity, try journaling, being in nature, and any other activity that supports you in returning to yourself, to feel connected, alive, present with the gift of this life at this time on this planet Earth. And even as we end this practice, knowing that every time you notice you're lost in the scroll, in the rage, in the numbness, you can return to your inner calm, your compassion, and your innate capacity for keeping an open and curious mind. And that's where your clarity, humanity, and creativity lives. Thank you for your practice. May our practice together benefit us and benefit all beings.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of 12-Minute Meditation from Mindful. I hope you enjoyed practicing with us today. Sign up for our free newsletter at mindful.org/signup, and if you'd like to explore additional related content and meditations, check the show notes for links.